Hare Krishna. So today we are going to discuss about the answer response of Arjuna when Krishna described the Stanga Yoga process. Dhyan Yoga when Arjuna described. So Arjuna was described about Dhyan Yoga different processes, how to perform Dhyan Yoga, controlling of mind and senses going to solitary place. Krishna explained all those things. Then what was the response by Arjuna? So we'll see that. We'll start with prayers. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय वृंदाय नमो नमः सप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगी रक्ते वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृष्मानुसुते देवी नमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा. So I am going to share the screen here. So now the complete yoga system is described by Krishna. So what Arjuna says, Arjuna Vacha, Yo ayam yogastaya prokta, Samayena madhusudana, Etasyaham na pashyami, Chanchalatvat sitam istiram. Meaning, Arjuna said, O Madhusudana, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady. So Arjuna has completely surrendered to Krishna. That Krishna, I cannot control the mind because the process system of yoga which you have described, it demands the control of mind, and the mind is restless, unsteady for me in my case. Mind is very, very restless. So therefore, this system of yoga which you have described, it is appearing impractical for me. Now here you see Arjuna is not an ordinary person. No? Arjuna is very, very qualified person, very, expert. First of all, he is the devotee of Krishna and he is the companion of Krishna, friend of Krishna. That itself is a very great thing to become the associate of Krishna. It's not easy thing. It is not so cheap that anybody can become associate of Krishna. So the first thing that Arjuna is associate of Krishna and devotee, that itself shows the position of Arjuna, how exalted position Arjuna is having. And second thing, Arjuna is a Kshatriya. He is very powerful Kshatriya. Knows archery. He is the best archer. And best archer means it requires control of mind and senses. You require discipline. Then only you can do anywhere, in any field, the best. Whether it is study or the archery or playing game or whatever. If you want to become the best, you require discipline. Discipline is required. So Arjuna is the best archer. How much disciplined he would be. And Arjuna, as we understand from Mahabharata, the and we also know in Heavenly Planet, the best, the most beautiful, the society girl, heavenly girl is Menaka. Menaka Apsara, no? Not Menaka, but Urvasi. Urvasi was there. So when Arjuna, 1 year he was in incognito, that time he was performing different sacrifices and tapasya to get the weapons for the fight in Mahabharata. So Arjuna, during this period, he happened to visit heavenly planet to meet his father Indra, because in other sense Arjuna is the son of Indra, because Arjuna mother Kunti was impregnated by Indra and then Arjuna was born. So through the mantra process, Kunti was having that mantra. She can invoke any personality and can have child from him. So Kunti Maharani had invoked Indra and got in Arjuna as the child. So Arjuna was the child of Indra. So Arjuna visited heavenly planet. There he encountered Urvasi. And Urvasi, by seeing Arjuna, she was attracted by Arjuna's personality. Arjuna was so very proud, strong, and having very good physique, good personality. So Urvasi was heavenly girl who is more beautiful than 1,000 more beautiful than the most beautiful girl of earthly planet. That is the description comes in scriptures that heavenly girls are very very beautiful, not comparable. Now that girl, that too in the heavenly planet, Urvasi is most beautiful. She got attracted by Arjuna and she proposed to have physical association with Arjuna. But what was the response of Arjuna? Arjuna said that you are the resident of heavenly planet and Indra is my father. So in that sense, you are as good as of my mother. You are my mother. How can I think about this to associate with you physically? Not possible. I don't, wish to associate physically. So Arjuna rejected that proposal of Urvashi. So now here you see Arjuna's the control of mind. Arjuna is the best of the girl is proposing, the best of the Apsara is proposing Arjuna, but Arjuna is so controlled in his mind that he rejected the proposal and accepted that you are my mother. You see what kind of control of mind he would have. And I'm sure today, if anybody is given such opportunity, even forget about heavenly, even earthly planet, nobody, even so-called yogis also will be of this earthly planet. So-called yogis who are trying to control their mind, they will be failed. But see the Arjuna's level. So don't consider Arjuna any ordinary person, but that kind of you know control of mind and senses and discipline Arjuna is having, but still Arjuna is giving this reason that Krishna, the system of yoga which you are urging me to follow, it is looking impractical for me because my mind is restless and unsteady. So if Arjuna is giving such verdict, so what to speak of us who are for small things we get disturbed and get agitated. And so we also cannot follow this system of yoga. But we see today people are following, that means they are not following the correct process. They are not following to get the desired result. So just by this response of Krishna, Arjuna, yoga practice is rejected. At least in Kali Yuga, this yoga practice is not possible. Anybody who is interested in attaining the highest perfection in life, at least by yoga practice, he cannot do. But there's so many people they are suggesting in their camp, in their organization, they are suggesting their followers to do yoga, this yoga, that yoga, Hatha yoga. So many so-called spiritualists and very famous also speak good English so and attract people and make them to do yoga. And here Krishna Arjuna has rejected yoga. You cannot do yoga and get the result. Not possible. So then he continues. चंचलम ही मनः कृष्ण प्रमाति बलवद्रणं तस्याहं निग्रहं मन्ये वायोरेव सुदुष्करम्. For the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. These are the description given by Arjuna to Krishna about the mind. See the nature of the mind. Mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. Oh Krishna. And to subdue it is, it seems to me, more difficult than controlling the wind. So Arjuna is saying that Krishna, I can control the wind, but I cannot control the mind, human life. See, wind means, with what speed wind comes, 150, 160 kilometer per hour. With that speed, wind comes, and Arjuna is saying, by my archery, I can control the wind, but I cannot control the mind. He is showing helplessness. See, so very difficult to control the mind. Mind is chanchalam hi mana Krishna. Mind chanchal hai, अनस्टडी है, ऑब्स्टिनेट है, तो ऐसे माइंड को कंट्रोल करना बिल्कुल पॉसिबल नहीं. So then how to control the mind? Now we'll watch one video. So we'll at least see the translation, what Krishna said, then we'll watch the video. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Samshayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyashena tu Kaunteya Vairagena Chakriyate. Krishna is saying, Blessed Lord said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind. Yes, Arjuna, you are saying what is correct, that it is very, very difficult to control the mind. But it is possible. ये possible है control करना कैसे? By constant practice and by detachment. Detach करना अपने आप को और practice करना. क्या practice करना? We'll see through the video. And then Krishna says, for one whose mind is unbridled, self-realization is difficult to us. और अगर कोई सोचे यार चलो छोड़ो mind क्यों control करना? So such people cannot do anything. Forget about self-realization. We cannot do even our material duty perfectly. Material duty also we cannot do because mind is restless. आपका मन नहीं लगेगा पढ़ाई करने में because mind is uncontrolled. Your mind will not be there on the work. But he whose mind is controlled and who strives by right means is assured of success. That is my opinion. So Krishna is saying if we follow the right process, then we can achieve the success. We can control the mind. So here Krishna is, Prabhupada is writing, the Supreme Personality of Godhead declares that one who does not accept the proper treatment as the mind from material engagement can hardly achieve success. Yes. So then says, trying to practice yoga while engaging the mind in material enjoyment is like trying to ignite a fire while pouring water on it. तो अगर माइंड को आप कंट्रोल करने के लिए कुछ प्रोसेस फॉलो कर रहे हैं, योगा कर रहे हैं और साथ ही साथ सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन भी कर रहे हैं, तो इट इज लाइक पोरिंग वाटर ऑन दी फायर. तो एग्जांपल आता है कि सपोज एक हाथी है, वो हाथी जाती है नहाने के लिए पॉन्ड में, तो बहुत अच्छे से नहाती है, सूंड में पानी डाल के, इट विल थ्रो ऑन इट्स बॉडी and very nicely towels together. All elephants will go and take bath. When that elephant comes out, what happens when it sees the mud from the trunk? The same elephant who has taken bath 2-3 hours in the pond very nicely, cleansed its body. Now, as soon as it comes out on the bank, it sees the mud, so it takes muddy water also and starts throwing on its body, and because it feels very nice and makes itself dirty. तो इट इज कॉल्ड हस्ती स्नान. हस्ती स्नान मीन्स हाथी जाती है, नहा के आती है, फिर से सूंड से अपने सूंड में मिट्टी लेती है और फिर से अपने ऊपर गंदा कर लेती है, छिड़क. तो वही, if we are trying to control the mind at the same time engaging in sense gratification, तो it is like pouring water. और हस्ती स्नान के जैसे आप नहा के फिर से जो मल है वो फिर से अपने ऊपर you have thrown out. So that will not work. We have to control ourselves. We have to regulate ourselves from doing sense gratification. Now I'll share a video. You can watch that. Very nice, instructive video.
Mind is the friend of oneself, and mind is the enemy of one. So you have to train the mind. If I train my mind for becoming my friend, then my life is successful. If I train my mind to become my enemy, then my life is unsuccessful. Mind is the friend of oneself, and mind is the enemy of one. So you have to train the mind. If I train my mind for becoming my friend, then my life is successful. If I train my mind to become my enemy, then my life is successful. Mind is the friend of oneself, and mind is the enemy of one. So you have to train the mind. If I train my mind for becoming my friend, then my life is successful. If I train my mind to become my enemy, then my life is Even they have no mind to hear. You chant loudly, Hare Krishna, they hear. Their mind will be there. Even they have no mind to hear. You chant loudly, Hare Krishna, they hear. Their mind will be there.
So like this, we have to control the mind and finally get Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna, engaging the mind in chanting Hare Krishna. So we have to chant more and more. Mind will take us here and there to all the nasty things, but we have to forcefully control our mind and engage the mind in chanting Hare Krishna, reading Bhagavad Gita. Then our mind will be controlled. So this is the process. So we'll stop here. Thank you very much, Hare.